Welcome to Keeping a Notebook, a series of notebooking ideas from all kinds of places, people, and books. Notebooks can help us know what we think, and writing in a notebook can be relaxing or exciting, funny or serious. Keeping a notebook has helped me. I will be speaking to you from inside Betsy the Writing Camper, one of my favorite tiny places in the whole world. I have been writing in notebooks for a long time. Sometimes I share my writing, sometimes I don't share at all. A notebook can be big or small, it can be lined or unlined. Anything can be a notebook, really.
Hi, I'm Amy Ludwig Vanderwater, and I'm so glad you're joining me here today in Betsy the Camper. I wanted to share with you on our first day something from this book by Lisa Congdon. The book is Find Your Artistic Voice. And since we're spending some time together writing in notebooks and drawing in notebooks, I wanted to just share with you her 10 steps to building skill. Number 1, begin. 2, practice. 3, keep showing up. 4, practice more. 5, stretch yourself. 6, practice. 7, practice. 8, note your improvement. 9, practice more. And 10, repeat. So here we are. We'll be writing in notebooks over the next little time together. I'm glad you're here, and I'd like to begin with today's exercise. Well, some of you might be thinking, I don't really have a notebook to write in. And since we're not going out to shops a lot these days, I thought I'd make my own notebook. I just took a bunch of pieces of paper. It could be any kind of paper, lined, unlined. I had some unlined around. I folded all the pieces in half, one at a time, nested them together, and then tomorrow, or maybe later today, I'm going to try to make myself a cover with this Raisin Bran box. If it works out, I'll show you tomorrow how I did it. But today, let's think about writing in our notebooks. There are so many things we can do, and any day that I share something and you say, I don't really want to do that, I'd like to do something else in my notebook instead, that means you should do your thing. I'm just going to share little ideas that I've learned along the way and from different various books. And if something strikes your fancy and you want to try it, try it. And if you have something else, do that. And if you have something you'd like to share with me, feel free to do that as well. So in my little handmade notebook today, I decided to try an exercise called My Quote Collection. And so what I did is I just kind of went through my mind thinking about things that people have said to me in my life that I remember. Some were said to me yesterday. Some were said to me a long time ago. I'll share them with you. Last week, I was at a school and a 5th grade boy said, my grandma and I made a doll together. My daughter Georgia the other day said, I think we should each make a coronavirus resolution. Mine will be piano and painting. Jeanette, the woman who owned this house before we did, she once said, the clouds look like they were brushed with a hairbrush today. And my son Henry years ago said, you know, we would be totally different people if we didn't have pets. Katie, my friend, yesterday texted me and said, I'm going to learn a poem by heart while I wash my hands. To heck with happy birthday, she said. So I looked at these quotes. It took me a little while. Sometimes when I write, I think, oh, I can't think of anything. But I really wanted to come up with a few. So I went back in time, forward in time, thought of different people. And it was kind of fun to make their sketches. And then after I did that, I chose one to write more about. And you can see next to Katie, I have this little star. And that means I want to write more about this one. So I carried the star down. And here's what I wrote. Yesterday, my friend Katie told me that she's going to work to memorize poems during the time she washes her hands. She will hang an Edna St. Vincent Millay poem, Love is Not All, It Is Not Meat Nor Drink, 1931, in her bathroom, and she will recite it while washing her paws. She decided to call this Sanitize, Memorize, and I'm going to do this too. I will even begin with the poem she chose. Katie said that when the world quiets down, it would be neat to have an event where people could proclaim the poems they learned. I think that people who find free, happy ways to respond to difficulty are wise, and I want to learn from them. When the whole world seems a bit off, I can hold on to some good, solid words. Other people in other times and places have faced threat of war, illness, and all kinds of danger, and many have done so with grace. This is a time to learn from friends. Maybe I'll make a list of some poems to memorize. Learning poems by heart is something I've wanted to do, and here's a chance. Now, to tell you the truth, I kind of wanted to write about some of these other ones too, and I may do that later. So today, this exercise is called My Quote Collection. I hope some of you might choose to give it a try, and I look forward to seeing you back here in Betsy, maybe tomorrow. But I'll be saving all these videos, so if you miss a day, or there's a day you don't feel like writing and a day you feel like writing more, feel free to come back and join me. Thank you.
Here you can see my notebook pages for today. I hope to see you tomorrow, and until then, when you wash your hands, maybe choose a poem to learn.